What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Check It Out, the show where we talk to you about games, products, and services that we enjoy and think that hopefully you might also enjoy. My name is Tommy Shelby. With me, as always, Shanae Howard,
Sup?
Ryan Robinson.
Hey!
So I've been doing this trend of talking about games that are aging out, right? Games that look good when they were out, but are no longer looking their best. And I feel like you should play them as soon as possible before they're just ugly piles of fucking garbage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So next on that list is Singularity from Raven.
Mm.
Singularity came out in 2010 and is runs on the Unreal 3 engine. At the time Singularity came out, I bought Singularity maybe a year later, like 2011 or so.
Right.
I bought Singularity brand new for $4 at my local grocery store. It's not a game that a lot of people bought, and I'm not sure why. I think I know. I think the reasoning why is because there was a lot of story-driven first-person shooters
Sure.
at that
Yes.
time, right?
Oversaturation.
I think that this is one of the best, not from a story standpoint, but from a gameplay standpoint. I think it is one of the best. So what Singularity is you are a U.S. soldier going to investigate some distress signal on an island, and I don't know, shit goes haywire. There's a bunch of time travel involved. Story's not important. What is important is the TMD, the time manipulation device.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the hook to Singularity here, is that you have much like BioShock, you've got your left hand, which does a bunch of magics,
All the time magics.
and your right hand, which does a bunch of shooty.
So you got your time magic in the left, got your
Right.
bullet magic in the right.
Yep.
So we see here on the left hand the TMD. Okay, so what the TMD does is allows you to locally control time, and what by locally I mean we can make time pass on a certain object,
Right.
on a specific object, right? So you see here with these enemies, he's making them age faster. So they'll just like age right before your eyes,
Yeah.
till they're just dust.
Like in Indiana Jones.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly like that.
What I think is so great about this mechanic is that it comes into play not only with attacking enemies like this, but also environmental puzzles. So you'll have a set of stairs that you can't go up because it's old and the stairs have crumbled over time.
Yeah.
And you can rewind time and rebuild those stairs. That's about as basic as those puzzles get. Not that these are like, it's not Portal level of puzzles, but like they get a bit more complicated than that. So you'll have like a crate that has been smashed to pieces and a garage door that is cracked but not high enough for you to fit through. So you'll take that smashed crate, put it in that crack, reverse time on it so it expands and lifts the door higher. Things of that nature. I think it works really well. The gunplay is quite good. Raven, that's kind of what they're known for, is first-person shooters. And, the variety in enemy types is pretty remarkable, I think, especially for that time, like that generation of games. We saw a lot of things like, here's a bunch of soldiers, and that's it,
Yeah.
Even in games that are really awesome, like BioShock, like you have the splicers, and then you've got the big daddies, but you don't really have a whole lot in between.
Sure.
Singularity has obviously regular soldiers, but then there's these mutants, and they come in all sorts of variety.
Yeah. I saw
know.
one that was turning invisible and warping around.
Yeah, there's
and-
ones that zip around like that, which are pretty cool. There are extremely large, like tank-type enemies. There's like swarms of itty bitties, like in fucking Turok or Halo. Like it's quite varied, and a lot of the enemies directly play into the environment. So if you destroy certain things, those enemies cannot spawn. I just think it's a really solid game, and I think from a mechanic standpoint, it is one of the best single-player first-person shooters made. You're also traveling back and forth between 2010, which is when the game released, and when it takes place,
Right.
and 1955, which doesn't really do much. Like, you'll have basically Russian soldiers, Soviet soldiers in '55, and
Yeah.
then in the present you'll have all sorts of mutants and all that.
Like
shit, but,
environmentally, do things change between the two time periods?
sure, I mean things look newer
Yeah.
in the '50s than
Yeah.
they do now. Right now everything's all in ruins and all that, but I don't know. It's a really cool game. It's dirt cheap. Like I said, I buy it new for $4, so I'm sure you can probably find it on Amazon. It was on 360 PC and PS3, and you should definitely play it.
You should play it.
Check it out.
Buy it. Bye bye.